Welcome to East Coast LP Reviews. Today, we're doing another live stream. We're doing light beer comparison. So last week, we did a light beer tier list. So me and the beer community here, we it was a pre-created tier list on light beers, and we kind of put them in the order that we thought that they were suitable for. So it was like S, A, B, C, D, F. So if you go back last week, check that video out. Yeah, this week we're taking two beers that were somewhat in the same section or just pretty much right next to each other on the tier list. And yeah, we're comparing them today. Some of the panel members are here and they're just going to hang out with us. That's cool. But there are other people that have the two light beers. I'd like to thank the panel members that are here with me. Beer Man, cheers, Beer Man.
Cheers.
Bumpy Real Brews, cheers, Bumpy.
Cheerios.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Tom Smell 75, also known as Cheers Beer Reviews. And Alex. He's just Alex. He's not a beer master. Just kidding.
Keep it up.
You're apprentice.
You're a jokester. Keep it up.
Yeah, so I believe Beer Man, Bumpy Miscellaneous, you guys got some light beers you want to compare?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll start with Beer Man. We'll see what Beer Man got.
All right. So, hey, thanks for letting me on your show today. Yeah, I got a Bud Light and a Coors Light. And we're going to see what they let me get my palate rinsed a bit.
They taste like the same thing you just rinsed the palate.
Are we doing the whole thing, or do you want just show?
Just present for now, and then we'll go back to open panel, and we'll all kind of hang out and talk about what we're drinking on. You know.
Cool. So I'll go ahead and pour it. We'll pour each. Yeah, and that's it. So Coors Light. Yeah, this is January. I don't even want to get into that, but we'll pour this. It's nice and cold.
Beer Man pouring a Coors Light. What the?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right?
This is great content.
Super clean. I mean, really refreshing looking, frosty. Clarity is like brilliant. Very effervescent. Big old white fuzzy head. I mean, super like light gold. I love it. This looks really good. I like Coors actually. And then I got Bud Light, which reminds me of my wife's ex-husband. So it's really hard to drink this beer, but we're gonna see what it looks like. Get some water out of it.
So super corny and flaky. All right.
Yeah. Well, let's get away from the keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good move there, Beer Man.
What is going on with the pour of this? All right, I'm already not liking Bud Light. Now, this is a severely dirty glass. It looks like champagne. It's the same color, a little golder. Very clear, brilliant clarity, and a nice white foamy fuckhead, just like that one. But this is a very dirty glass, very effervescent though. It looks like the same kind of beer, so we'll see how that works. So cheers.
Hold them up together.
Oh yeah. So this is Bud Light, and this is Coors Light. So Coors is actually darker.
Yeah, I was gonna say
more golden,
a little bit lighter.
Yeah, same effervescence though. And this is fun. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Cheers, man. All right, on the Bumpy.
Legendary Bumpy. All right. I chose beers from the top tier. I have a beer from Bangkok, Thailand. We all know what happens in Bangkok stays in Bangkok. This beer is called Singa. It's the original Thai beer. It is a premium lager. They would call this a Euro lager, or a what else do they call them? Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's imported. It was established in 1933 by royal permission. So I'm not sure if that means it's unionized. 5%. Yep, 5% ABV on this one. It's got this kind of purplish colored cap on it with the dragon, and so nice cap. Okay, here we go. We had Singa as the lead. This is going to. Let me pour the Singa first. Actually, let's pour the Singa. Let's see what it looks like. Open this right up. Good hiss off the top. I have these both going into the same types of glasses. They're glasses I used earlier, but I did rinse them out in hot water. Just let it kind of go. All right. So the Singa pours with a white sudsy head. It is very clear. It's golden in coloration. Very see-through though. Good effervescence coming up through the center there. And nice looking little pale. I think they call it a pale lager. I think is what it is, Euro lager, pale lager.
Yeah.
So there we go. We got the Singa on this side. It's going to be going up against Stella Artois. Now, this brewery in a green bottle, this was a brown bottle from Singa, so we got the possible difference of sunlight affecting hop notes. But this brewery has been around for 600 years, so a much older brewery. And this is also a premium lager beer, which also be considered a Euro lager or a pale lager. It's got this fancy neck paper, which has perforation. So if you just kind of go around with your thumbnail a little bit and just kind of crack the perforations off the papers there, you reveal what you need to get to, which is the cap.
Just bite it.
Don't do that.
It's very fancy to keep you from drinking too many, I think, because once you're drunk, I don't think you can even open these up.
That's a generalization. I've heard one.
You just give up. I can't get that paper
I
off.
can't get in that stuff.
All right, so let's go ahead and open this one up. I think this one is also 5%. It is 5%. They are matching in ABV.
I like Stellar 112. Good stuff.
So, I think this one built a little bit of a larger head, but it is soap sudsy kind of white, and the coloration of the beer is a yellow gold, very clear. It's got good effervescence coming up through, and we'll hold them up side by side. This one's got a little bit of that kind of. It's starting to kind of haze the glass a little bit, so I'll kind of wipe some of that off. But and that's the wife hacking away in the background. But yeah, very close in color, and they both had almost the same head. So same style of beer, and pretty much identical. So you all know that appearance is going to be evenly matched. Cheers.
Cheers, Moby.
Damn. I'm
Cheers.
gonna go on after that. Huh?
So now, Stella is, what is that? Is that Belgium? With Stella? I think it's Belgium. And then Singa is
Thailand.
Thailand. Okay, cool. Nice. All right.
And they're probably both owned by AB InBev at this point.
Yeah, right, probably.
It's the exact same
Or
fucking
SAB
beer.
Miller or something.
Cheers.
All right. So yeah, kind of the same type of thing Bumpy did. I actually based my pick off of the show and the way it was set up, and he said, do pick beers next to each other. And I'm like, all right. So yeah, I got some products. So we got some Miller Lite here in this weird can that they have out. I don't know. I don't buy singles of this.
Like, it look like
I don't
a
4.2% ABV.
I do like those aluminum bottles, though. Those bottles are cool.
Oh yeah. You can reuse them. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you take it with you.
Heck yeah.
Pretty clear beer. What to say? I'd call it brilliant. Looks really, really good. Light, very light straw colored. Rocky, fizzly head. So we got that. Look back on that sheet. And then we got Heineken. 5%. German import or wherever. I don't remember. Everybody's seen this. You guys know what we're talking
They're
about.
out of Holland.
Holland, yeah.
Red Light District.
Oh,
Oh,
And it's not in a bottle, so hopefully it's not skunky. Even though sometimes I like the skunky, to be honest with you.
too.
I don't
I don't mind it.
I like Skunky.
But look at that thing too. That's a pretty clear beer there.
Yeah,
It's a brilliant
you.
clarity.
Look
I mean
at
that looks. So we'll do
Hold
the
on, hold
side by side.
Put it center. Look at your face in the glass.
oh yeah. He's happy to be here.
Nice.
So side by side, they do look similar. This has got a little chill haze to it. Only got 2 hands, boys. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. All right. Before I show what I got, Eric, what are you drinking on?
I gotta be almost done with these beers, but these are the Sutton Delights.
Hams.
Beer.
Eric.
If I'm gonna sit here
That's
and
all
not
he had to
like
say.
I should, I better drink a
This is
appropriate
him.
style beer
Nice.
in the Arctic koozie.
Nice. There you go. Oh, there you go. Little screw on top. Nice. Yes. He's up. He's up. Got to be fancy.
The Sutton way. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. What do you got over there, Alex? You drinking anything?
Yeah, I was gonna drink 2, but I'm only drinking 1 because I don't have. I have other beers, but I want to drink them later because they're brand new beers that I got. This is obviously a Hollis. You know, this is a what's it called?
The Pilsner Cal?
Thank you. And I'm enjoying it. That's what this looks like.
Nice.
Beautiful.
If that was on that tier list that Tanner did, then it probably would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I want to do another list that's created by us. So
For sure.
cheers, Alex.
Yeah, we
But
did.
yeah,
Next time you do it, Jay Tanner, fix it.
that's why I did episode 1 because there's so many light beers out there, and I want to do one that's created by us, so we're more familiar with everything that's on the list and kind of like the Craft Brewery one as well. So I have 2 beers. Let me get the hold on. Let me just hold up the picture really quick.
I should have gotten 2 beers, but I didn't.
I should have saved it, added it as a photo, but I am not prepared. Here we go. All right, so here's the list, and the brightness is way too high. And where'd the list go?
Tanner.
There it is. All right, there's the list. Still can't see anything. You look right in the middle in the A section. You got Miller High Life and PBR, and that's what I got today. I feel like this is a lot of what we're drinking with the beer community. Us as friends hanging out. I see a lot of guys drinking this. I see a lot of guys drinking this. Let's see which one's better. I mean, they're both super affordable. They're both pretty tasty. I think they're distinctly different, in my opinion, personally. But we're gonna check it out today. We're gonna see how it is. So I got the Miller High Life and the Trillium Pub Glass. Pour this up, and like light beers are the same thing where people say, "Oh, every New England IPA tastes the same." you could say the same thing for a light lager. Yes, they're very similar. Yes, they have very similar qualities. But if you're drinking, like, let's say, like the Budweiser, you're drinking a Budweiser, you might be able to pick out a Budweiser over other light beers. Just saying. Kind of like Miller Lite, and I think Miller Lite and Coors would be very different.
There's slight differences. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say I think the hardest comparison, and I tried them, not on camera or anything, but I think the hardest comparison would be to compare Coors Light and Miller Lite. I feel like a lot of people would have trouble. I mean, I drink a lot of Miller Lite, so I might be able to, but they are so similar. I think Coors is a little bit more watery, but let's get back to what I'm talking about. Miller High Life. Okay, the champagne of beers. It's always got this super frothy, white, sudsy head on top. We got a little bit of this haze. We got a little bit of this chilled haze. But for the most part, it is your, I'd say, crystal clear. I'm going to go more golden. Actually, not much effervescence, to be honest with you. I'm not getting a lot of bubbles. Maybe it's the way I poured it. But yeah, that's the Miller High Life. You know, it's got that standard Miller High Life head, super rocky, foamy, sudsy head on top. Kind of looks like it. I guess the best way to describe it is kind of soapy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Meringue. It's meringue.
meringue. There you go. That's a good word. And then I got the PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Okay, before I forget, Miller High Life, 4.6? Yes, 4.6. 141 calories, 12.2 grams carbs, 0 grams fat. Water, barley malt, corn, syrup, maltose, yeast, hop extract. Got the ingredients. PBR, 4.7. So it's a 0.1% alcohol by volume more. They're not listing the ingredients. They do got this cool can art on the back. So. Created by Andrew Martinez, Blue Ribbon Beer.
Way to go, Andrew.
All right.
Let's crack this open. All right.
Andrew Martinez.
Stained glass. Pour it up.
It's my cousin, Alex.
He's a brewery
Good thing.
brewer.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know.
Ooh, whoa. There you go.
I poured it pretty aggressive. Yeah, I mean, it's not as rocky and foamy, but it definitely has kind of the similar super sudsy white head. Seems to be dissipating pretty quick. A little bit more effervescence than the Miller High Life. They're pretty comparable in color, though. I think the Miller High Life's a little bit darker in my light. Actually, I don't know. They're pretty close.
Man, that's real close.
Yeah, they're really close.
Oh yeah.
Let's hold on to the light.
That's not a
So
joke.
what's the difference then? They do look the same, kind of.
PBR might have a little
And
bit
it tastes different.
of a darker or deep gold.
One on your right. Yeah.
Yes, this is the
Yeah.
PBR in the can glass.
A little darker. Yeah.
And then the Miller High Life is in the Trillium Pub glass. So the PBR head is holding on pretty good. It's actually giving a little bit of like this creamy kind of lacing on top, whereas this is just kind of like super sudsy. It had that rocky, soapy head, and now it's all clinging to the side of the glass. Yeah, Miller High Life always has that very distinct looking head. But enough of that. Let's get back to full panel. We can start tasting some beers, have a little bit of a discussion, and just kind of hanging out for the most part. So, cheers, guys.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you, like the Miller Lite. It's like cream corn and barley. Little bready note. It's very light. It's hard to get. It's hard to pick stuff out. You guys will find out. Bumpy's got some pretty distinct products there.
They are very different too, which is it's quite amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got different bottle colors too, which I think adds to one of them. I can tell you the Singa, it's sweet. It's got a sweetness to it on the aromatics. Basically, it's got like some kind of caramel type notes to it a little bit, and then it's got like this kind of sweet corn. So to me, to basically put it out there as something that somebody may have smelled, corn pops, the cereal, the sweet corn pops. That's what the Sting is like. You smell the Stella Artois. It's definitely got that skunky note to it. It's got this kind of like dank skunkiness, and then it's kind of like more like an unsweetened, ricey type note. It's more on the palate than on the nose, but there's like a brightness to it. It's citrusy. It's like skunky citrus on the aromas. So very drastically different. You got sweet, savory type stuff from the Singa, which I think it goes very well with like the spicy Thai foods and stuff. I think that's probably why, it's kind of more like that. Like you got that sweet and spice and stuff like that. Yeah, this is kind of more like ricey, skunky, and citrus notes on the aromas. Very vastly different.
Wow.
I could see, you eat duck and other spicy like Thai foods. The Singa, if you want like some type of like fish or salad, Stella Artois, just based off the aromas. Yeah.
Toast Artois is good stuff. Right?
That's crazy, dude. This is crazy, man.
I might get a pack of that this weekend.
I never thought to like take two different lagers that I never drink at all, and you're seeing like a completely different like flavor on each one, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's cool when you actually start doing it, because for the most part, if you're going based off of memory, you feel like they taste the same. But then when you actually have them in your face and you're going back and forth, I would say I think Miller High Life and Miller in general is a little bit more on the corny side. I think I'm getting a little bit more of like a floral / malty aspect out of the Pabst. I think this is more that corn syrup influence. I kind of like the corn syrup, to be honest with you, though. I like that corny like flavor. I'm a big fan of Miller Lite for the most part. I'd probably say hands down my favorite white beer is Miller Lite.
I like rice more, I think.
Personally, I like light, cheap, affordable. I like Miller Lite.
I used to like MGD and all that, but then I think Coors.
MGD, I like it, but it's a little spendy. It's like $12 for a 12.
Coors is
which
corn
isn't
syrup
really too
too,
expensive,
so.
but for what
It's kind
I
of
don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those guys. Like it's not. I know beer prices and stuff are going up on products, but like when you go from it's $10 to then now it's 12, and it's kind of like
Right. Well, like mine have both. Like Bud Light has rice, and Coors Light has corn syrup, and you can tell the difference. I almost like the Bud Light better than I like the Coors Light.
The thing is with the Budweiser and the Bud Light that I would say is, yes, the rice is an adjunct, but you don't necessarily taste the rice. Whereas
You
like
don't taste it. It's a sweeter.
the ones with the corn add like the corn flavor, but the ones with the rice you can't necessarily taste the rice, so you get more of your traditional kind of lager without the adjuncts.
And that's the flavor I don't like, is the corn. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like corn flavors.
I don't think I don't taste rice
In beer.
Budweiser,
Yeah.
Bud Light, or like the what is the one Bobby has? The Singa, the Thailand one, like the Japanese, Asian, like the European ones.
Yeah.
You don't taste rice, so it's a little bit more authentic to like a regular lager without the adjuncts.
It's basically starch. It's like a starchy sweetness.
No,
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
that's basically what you're getting.
Stella doesn't have any adjuncts, I believe, right?
I don't really know.
I don't
Like
think
I said,
there's
it's got like a lightness to it. I would think that there's rice added to it, but it doesn't say that. It says it's a premium lager. It doesn't say it's
The
an adjunct.
Singha, according to their website, is 100% malts and barley.
Yeah,
And all it is.
Singa definitely has a sweetness to it, like over Stella Artois.
Oh, so Singa's not even. They don't even use rice.
Not even
Singa
adjunct.
reminds me. Here's what Singa
Uh-huh.
reminds me of. Has anybody had Bass Pale Ale?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
might have
Yeah.
had it. Let's try bumpy.
Singa seems to have a lot of British influence. It's got this kind of like toffee caramel note to it, so it's got this sweetness. And then there's kind of like this floralness, which you'll find a lot in British beers as well. I don't know if Thailand was occupied by Great Britain for a while, possibly at some point. But it reminds me a lot of Bass Pale Ale, but it's a lager, so a little bit more crisp, but it still has that sweet side to it. Stella Artois seems more like an adjunct, where it's kind of like there's this like blandness, and it's got this. It does have this kind of citrusy side. There is a skunk because it is skunked out of the green bottle, so it's got this kind of dank skunkiness, citrus note still. It's a little bit more crisp and drying on the palate than the Singa. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, to drink these, I would say the Singa is one of those ones where I really like. I enjoy the sweetness and stuff, but how many bottles of it could I drink back to back before I'm just like kind of the sweetness kind of getting to me? Versus the Stella Artois is one of those ones where you can, like a Budweiser, you can just keep downing.
Yeah, I think that's why Miller Lite is my favorite, because it has such high carbonation, and I think it's the fact that I can actually. So if I'm drinking a light beer, for the most part, besides like the German stuff, as far as like adjunct stuff, I'm drinking it because I want to drink a good. I want to drink quantities of the product, and the Miller Lite has like a high carbonation, and I feel like the reason why I would pick Miller Lite over Miller High Life, I think Miller High Life has better flavor than Miller Lite, but I think Miller Lite, as far as a beer that if I want to drink mass quantities of, I'd rather drink Miller Lite because of the carbonation, and of course it's lighter in calories, so it's less filling. So when it comes to adjunct lagers, for me, you got to you're juggling between flavor and how filling this beer is, because you want to, if you're drinking beers for mass quantity, you know what I mean? You got to put all factors into play. And I think that's why Miller Lite is my favorite. Not to say Miller Lite has the best flavor. I think it's my favorite because if I'm drinking light beer, for the most part, I want to drink a lot of light beer. Like, I want to drink like 10 light beers, and I'm not going to be like, you know what I mean? So it's you gotta juggle between flavor and how filling the beer is, but it's still enjoyable. So I think that's why I would pick Miller Lite over Miller High Life. But right now, comparing the two with the Miller High Life and the Pabst, I don't know. I'm kind of going towards the Pabst a little bit as far as flavor.
Mhm.
I don't know. I got to keep sipping on them. I think the Miller High Life is definitely like high corn syrup sweetness, but
I personally choose Pabst over a lot of them.
Me
That's
too.
why I kind of gravitate towards. I can drink it easier than most.
yeah.
I like Coors Light, to be quite honest, but I don't like it because I'm getting that corn. So I like the Bud Light because of the fucking rice. I think I like that better than Coors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only drank Coors Light because one of my friends drank Coors Light all the time, so we would just get a 30-pack and just drink Coors Light. But I was like, man.
Oh,
Well, they're all the same. They're kind of the same percentage anyway, really. I mean, they're kind of in the same realm
what was that 4.2? Yeah.
for the most
if you
part.
look at it from a point of view of people
4.2.
most consumers of light beer, do you really think they're drinking that light beer and they're like, oh wow, this has flavors of
No, they just drink it.
Yeah, they're just pounding it,
I think,
taking it.
like
It's a social thing, man.
Miller, they could be on the right track. I think they need to use more extract, more malt extract.
you know what I mean? Most
It's a
people
social
like,
experience with
yeah,
these
they're just hammering them back. They don't care what it tastes like. They're just like, yep,
I mean,
And-
these are going down. These are going down good.
Tanner,
like having
unless
a
you're
full pack of cigarettes, you know, you're like, I got a full pack.
unless you're a beer
Yeah.
reviewer, unless you're a beer
Yeah, effervescent.
YouTuber, you don't care. You're just gonna drink.
It is light though. It's just such a light beer.
Mm.
And then
See you in 20 years, Tanner.
bring the Heineken to the party, and this is a lot more malty barley forward.
Mm-hmm.
There's no skunk in that one, is there?
No, I buy the can, motherfuckers. Don't be bitching.
Right. Oh no, it's one of those things where you get shocked at
I
first.
actually like. I sometimes I miss it. You know what I mean? I have Heineken, and like I remember having Heineken, and I have
That's
it
what
again.
you
and
knew
I'm like,
was a skunk.
it's different, and it's like, well, that's not a bad thing. It's because they're fucking developing and they're making, they're doing it better. You know what I mean? With the distro, and you got to, at some point, you know, you got to deal with the elements. You got to find some kind of way to combat that, and they've done it. I do prefer the Heineken in the can. If you're just stopping in somewhere random, like just your regular old, well, you guys can't buy beer at the gas station or whatever, but
I
like,
can.
Bumpy can, but I don't know. Yeah, I would, if I was going to get a Heineken, I would pick the can over the can over the bottle any day of the week. Flavor wise, it's got a grainy note to it. It's pretty dominant. It's malty, not overly sweet. It's got a good breadiness to it, and like a grassy, floral, hoppy. It's light, but there's a lot more going on. And you know, I said grainy flavor into this, but like with these kind of beers, I kind of like feel like that's what pushes them over the hump. It's like some beers are supposed to taste a little bit grainy. It helps with the maltiness. It's just depends. You know, we're drinking light beers. Yeah.
I could drink Bud Light at a baseball game any day.
Try one of these, beer, man.
Oh,
I think you'll like this. Get a Heineken in the can, bro.
Heineken's
Might
good.
like
I need to try Heineken in a can, dude, for sure.
yeah, but you can
Different.
usually a lot of liquor stores have tall cans of Heineken.
Oh, Heineken's good.
I
I've had
need
that.
to just go
Hey,
over
you know
there
what?
and get
You know what I didn't notice? You know what I didn't notice? You know what I did notice? Nobody brought like a Mexican, like
Oh, like one with the corn in it.
Mexican style with the
Modelo.
I like that too, but I,
Well,
Modelo.
like
you know, well, I based. I don't know.
maize.
Hi, Cheryl.
Maize
Frying
is,
pan.
Thrash.
is the
I'm
Mexican
honestly
one.
surprised Soul wasn't on the list.
Yeah, I like the Mexican light lagers or just light beers.
Yeah.
I
Those are super
actually
light beers,
really
man.
Mexican beers are good too. Legendary.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I probably could. I could have, but I was trying to keep them like side by side because you
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of grab two that were side by side. I probably would have grabbed a Modelo and put it up against the singer.
I like Modelo.
You know,
Modelo-
I get a cotton candy in my
I think
book.
Mexican
But
beer.
I noticed the Mexican lagers are based off the Vienna style lagers, so
Yeah.
they're a little bit more malt forward too and sweet.
I think Mexican beers are delicious. I
Bananas.
haven't had them in a while, but they are good. Very flavorful. Especially the Mexican stouts.
Even the other stuff like
Mexican stouts.
it doesn't
What
even
kind?
have like I like the just like the Spanish
Oh, I know.
influence. You know, like I've had what was it? I had a beer from Spain and just a few. It's just it's different. It's cool. It was one of those pull tops, like the Little Kings and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a pull tab bottle like that.
Cheers,
I think
Thompson.
I drank it on Beer Man Show. Or we were hanging out somewhere.
Cheers, Thompson's.
Cheryl, Thrash.
Appreciate you, Brian.
I was hanging out with Thrash earlier.
Legendary Brian, I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
You keep up the good work. I want to see that dollar sign on the live stream. If I see that, then the mission's complete.
I thought he was at.
He might be. I don't know. I think he has to set up his account.
4,000.
No.
Everything. A sombrero you need, Alan.
Yeah, we gotta get Alex.
I like the carbonation
So
of the
let's
Big
go.
Light over the Bud Light.
Cheers, Thompson.
The legendary Brian
My
has to set up.
name, but hello.
I said the legendary Brian has
Oh
to set up.
man, what the hell? I'm Thompson Metal.
Hell yeah, you are, man.
Aw. Who changed my name? Oh, that was me.
I said, legendary Brian, all he has to do is get his AdSense account, and he'll be golden, and whatever else you got to do to make that happen. And then he'll be good.
English name for Mexican.
Yes, legendary Brian. What is it? English name for Mexican. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
what-
what are you saying
a
here?
Mexican hat.
Tell me you're white without telling me you're
It's
white.
English name for a Mexican hat.
Brian, I appreciate you. Don't ever forget that.
I said sombrero. Jeez.
All right. Yeah. You guys got any? I mean, technically, you don't have to score. I mean, if you want to score, we can start throwing out some scores, throwing out some
Landslide
throwing out
victory over here, boys.
what you like over the other. I mean, maybe some strong comparison notes. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm gonna say mine are definitely they're different. And like I brought up the food pairing thing, so I would say exactly the same thing as Thai dishes, spicy dishes, whatever. The Singa would have gone great with a hot peppery cheese, duck greasy foods, hamburgers, stuff like that. Singa. If you're going for like light dishes, stuff that can take citrus, like salad, like fish, things like that, because the Stella Artois kind of brings that citrus note to the nose a little bit. It's a little bit drier than choose a Stella Artois for those dishes. So if you're doing food pairings with these beers, overall, I prefer the slightly maltier, sweeter flavors of the Singa over the Stella Artois. There's a vast difference, but that's just kind of what I'm gravitating towards. Is just the kind of the more maltier side of the Singa. So I think the Singa does win over the Stella Artois overall, even though you can drink more Stella Artois probably because of how kind of crisp and dry, and it does have more of a refreshing element to it versus the Singa, which is more of a, I don't know, a fulfilling element. Yeah, I'm gonna cuvee them though. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, when I get down to a certain amount, I think I'm gonna do the same.
What?
I'm gonna dive right in because I got it on my mind. I think the Miller High Life is a little bit more on the. It's got a little bit more of a body to it. It seems like it's got a little bit more of a viscosity. A little bit more on that like corny sweet side, and then the PBR is a little bit more malty and like a little bit like more slightly grassy and floral. And it seems like the PBR is just from comparison, what I'm not like purposely trying to do anything. I definitely drank more of the PBR over the Miller High Life. I think the PBR is a little bit more on the crushable side. I would, to be honest with you, I thought I was going to be Miller High Life all day. I thought it was going to be Miller High Life all day. As far as body, if I want a light beer with more body to it, I'm going to go Miller High Life. If I want a beer that's a little bit more lighter, and a little bit less of that corn syrup, I'm like totally torn because I love I'm a big fan of like the corn syrup, like sweetness. So I do like that about the Miller High Life. but there's something about the PBR that's just like super crushable and drinkable. So I'm gonna have a hard time kind of saying. I don't know. They're like neck and neck.
Is there a possibility you like both equally?
Yeah, I think it's a like a situational score where if like I want a light beer, but I want a little bit more body to it, more a little bit on that corn syrup sweetness. I'm gonna give the Miller High Life like a 87. 87. I'll go there. PBR. I would have gave this less. Just like drinking them. I'll buy a 6-pack of PBR. Drink that. Buy a Miller High Life 6-pack. Drink that. I would have gave Miller High Life more. Putting them side by side, I think this is coming out on top. To be honest with you, personal preference. I'm gonna give it I'll give it an 89. Now they're pretty close too.
89.
Look at this. One is Best by February 27th. One is Best by. The Miller High Life is Best by February 27th, 2023.
Oh,
The PBR is Best by February 13th, 2023. So the Miller High Life is, if you were to kind of look at that, the Miller High Life is turned on or fresher by 14 days.
Over there, Thompson.
Whoa, 2 weeks.
So 2 weeks, the Miller High Life is fresher, but they have very close dates as far as their best before dates. I think I'm going PBR over Miller High Life for the comparison I have today. But like I said, if I want something with a little bit more body, I might go back to the Miller High Life. As far as like what I look for in a light beer, I guess the PBR coming out on top today.
Nice.
Nice.
It is what it is. You got to do these experiments to figure it out, I guess.
hell yeah.
So,
Oh man. Well, my Coors Light was a little more grainier, a little more barley, a little more breadier. But it was a little more cornier. It had that corny bite, and I didn't really like that grainy corn kind of mugginess. The Bud Light actually was nice because that rice was cool, and it kind of softened it down a bit. It sweetened it up, and it wasn't as harsh. But the thing is, I didn't like the Bud Light's carbonation over the Coors Light carbonation. The Coors Light carbonation had more of a, kind of brought it up more. And it actually, it didn't retain a head very well, though, like Bud Light, but it was more vibrant in the carbonation. So that was nice. The Bud Light was sweet and good and had some really good flavors to it, but for the style, but it had more carbonation, The Coors Light was less carbonated, but had a weird flavor of corn, but came off more fuller than the Bud Light because of maybe the corn or something, the corn syrup that they added to it. It was really interesting. They're both 4.2%. They both have very decent qualities as far as their style of beer goes. They were very drinkable. I have no problem towards any of them. You poor little guys. One of you's going to get picked. No, but I think I honestly think I'd rather have Bud Light than Coors Light. Although it was a little softer in the carbonation because I wanted that lift, it had better flavors. So I'm going to go with Bud Light. I'll give Bud Light, I'll give that like an 89 out of 100. Coors Light, I'll give it an 84 out of 100. 85 out of 100. Let's go 85. Yeah.
nice.
So, yeah. That's it. I thought I liked Coors better. And you get banana and apple too in that Coors, both of them kind of. Coors gives you more of a banana apple, where Bud Light's more of like a sweet malty kind of. I don't know. It's just good. I don't know what's up with it, but it's really good. Not really good, but it's good. It's drinkable.
It's drinkable.
Am I stressing you out, Alex?
Oh no, beer man.
Getting all fidgety and huffy up there.
I'm just hyped up with the new feature. It's something stupid.
It's interesting to see these beers, though.
What's it doing?
Cool. Sorry.
I said I'm hyped up about the new feature on YouTube. That's all. It's something stupid.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh,
What are you thinking over there, Miss?
we all heard it.
Well,
Sorry.
all right. Start with the Miller Lite, aluminum can, bottle thing. I don't mind it. I actually prefer to drink it out of this than a glass. Probably would have tasted better too. It's just too light. I think they need. What does it say on here? They use corn syrup and they use hop extract. So honestly, I feel like it needs more something. It needs more maltiness to it. Just needs a little something. If you're drinking this and it's ice cold and you're trying to chug a beer, yeah, you're in the right territory. I'll say that. It doesn't have really any offensive flavors or it's a very light beer. I mean, I will say the carbonation's medium, not over the top. I couldn't regen ahead. I got a little bit left, I guess, to save for the cuvee type deal, but Miller Lite. Alex? What do you get? See, he's getting all fidgety again.
You get all fidgety, dude.
It
makes you
make me
nervous.
nervous, Alex.
Everybody poke Alex.
Gee.
You don't understand. I get hyped up about new things.
I get nervous though.
I get hyped up.
I think this is hard. I'm gonna give Miller Lite for the style. Like Beer Man said, you got to score these accordingly. You know?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, well, yeah, these stouts are better. No shit. But we're talking about two totally different things. I could score this at like, I'd score it at an 88. It's a drinkable product. It's nothing super over the top. Like I said, a hot day, you go to the store, you buy one of those, you could slug one of those down. No problem. Drinkable product. I don't think I paid too much for that. I didn't even look. The Heineken, though, like I said, I felt like it was a little bit more robust. This is only brewed with hop extract. It's not brewed with what is it? The corn syrup. As far as it says on the can, I don't know. It's import. Just a big, more aromas, better flavor profile. I'm gonna stick Heineken at a 90.
Ooh, that's a good rating.
So not a large gap in between, but I do think this is a heftier one. Is this like top? I don't know. Like I said, I ran it just because it was side by side. They both have their qualities. Miller Lite does have a good drinkability to it, and Heineken has a good flavor profile. What's up? Oh, you're in Alex's room?
Yeah, because Eric's cracking me up.
Drink a beer with Alex, yeah. We don't have the same beer, so we got to be in the same place.
You guys are
We don't
fun.
have the same beer.
What's going on here, boys? Some funny
But
malarkey.
I did
Oh,
want to
good.
say about the whole beer thing that we're talking about,
Oh,
like
okay.
beer examination or comparison stuff, is two different things. One, especially if you're talking about the all malt versions or the all barley versions, it's kind of amazing how much I think you can really do with less ingredients and not trying to get super crazy with, as Drecker would say, this gimmick or that gimmick, right? And
Hey, plain
the other thing
is
how
more sometimes.
versatile those beers can be in basically all kinds of situations. I mean, you're hard pressed to find the beer that anybody just talked about, but especially Andrew just talked about with Heineken, and not finding a place where it could fit into, or I mean, you can fit in with any food or pretty much just about any activity, really. I mean, you don't always want an imperial stout or some double IPA, but there's a time and a place. There's a pretty much any time and place for beers like we're talking about right now. So even if you're not a craft beer fan, I think you like some of these
Yeah.
more oddball ones, like
Driving home from work.
oddball in the United States. But
Do that.
give them a try. You might find you like them, and you might want to find and see got more beers like that. And who knows where the beer hobby goes from there, I suppose. Huh? And I'm drinking Hams, which is a $15.99 24-pack. I think if I had to compare in the back of my brain to like a Pabst Ribbon, I would say that the Hams feels a little bit more watery and a little bit more sweet on maybe like I don't know if they use corn syrup, but on maybe sweet on the corn syrup sort of an end. So I mean, at $15.99 for 24-pack, it's still a pretty good full flavored beer, but it just has a little bit of a smaller body, I think, than most in the style. I don't know if the can actually tells me anything about calories. It does. It's 142 calories at 4.7%. It feels full body. It feels full body, but maybe not necessarily, or full flavored, but maybe not necessarily super full bodied. So I would still recommend Hams, and I still would say as a craft beer drinker, and I know most of us really are, that I wouldn't pass up these styles of beers that we're talking about just because you have a preconceived notion about watery bland beers. They do have a good place and time, and if you want beers just to have around instead of really expensive beers, and you want something that's got some kind of flavor to it, these are ones to drink. So it's my 2 cents about comparisons towards light beers and adjunct lagers, kind of as a whole, or I guess all malt versions, what they would consider in a lot of other countries to be their macro styles are not even adjunct beers, but it's amazing what you can do with such small ingredients, or little ingredients.
Nice.
So I said PBR over Miller High Life. I believe Bumpy said Singa over Stella, right?
Yeah. But then if you're doing a food comparison, there was choose like they could both I would pair them both differently with different foods. They're pretty close. They're pretty close on like as far as which one's better, but it's kind of like your own preference. I just prefer the sweeter malt.
Yeah, of course.
Not
Of course
the
it
same.
is. Especially, these light beers. I mean, it's total personal preference. There are things that you're gonna like about one over the other. There are there's a lot of similarities between the beers, and I think it all just boils down to what you enjoy when you're drinking a light beer. Beerman, you said Bud Light over Coors, correct? You muted.
I'm
there.
muted. Yes.
Okay. And miscellaneous, Heineken over Miller Lite.
Flavor, they're both crispy boys, but we sit around, they're sitting, they lose their gas.
No.
I don't mean it in any kind of like
Yeah.
flavor wise, Heineken's better.
Now,
but
when you were
drinkability, ice cold, both of these, you put them right down. They're good, just good regular good beers.
when I was younger, right, when I first started drinking beer and stuff, I
miss the
always
skunk.
thought
Hashtag bring back the skunk.
I always thought like Heineken and Corona were like,
Well, I drink Heineken over Corona.
yeah,
I would.
I don't know. I always saw them next to each other. They always had the same packaging. Every store you go into, Heineken puts their product next to Corona. I felt like they always just had this like rivalry, like Heineken over Corona. And
I like Modelo better than Corona.
they're like they're so popular and they're distributed everywhere. But I feel like they have something where like the distributors go in there and they're like, make sure you put us next to Corona. Heineken, have you guys noticed that Heineken is always like next to Corona. They have like the similar.
That is true.
I
I have
never
seen
really noticed that, but it may be something where a lot of people buy Corona. So putting it right next to a product that sells a lot, it may somebody
My
might grab it.
Sharona.
I don't know. They have the same. They have the same packaging. They every time I've always seen them right next to each other.
Yeah, man.
Like singles. I'm talking about like single cooler, not necessarily like 6-packs and other big packaging. I'm talking about like singles cooler. They're usually always like right next to each other. But yeah, I think I would probably go. I like the Mexican corn though. I like the maize, I think they call it. But yeah, everybody's kind of talked about what they prefer over.
Did Alex have any opinion on any of this stuff?
Shout out.
The beer is good.
I don't like my cuvee.
It's very delicious.
I haven't done the cuvee yet. I'm gonna do that now.
It's a good beer.
Shit.
Very good beer.
Time.
But I'll have some things to say before we get offline and the reason why I'm so hyped up.
You guys got some. You guys got some shout out.
What's that?
It's the time, Alex.
Let's do
Okay.
some shout outs. Let's wrap
All
this up.
My cuvee, the Stella Artois took over this thing. The skunk and all that stuff just overpowered the sweetness.
So you want some shout outs? Well, my food
Corn.
Shout out,
fucked up my-
final thoughts,
mine.
whatever you want to say, yeah, before we wrap it up.
My Food Friday, I'll be doing what's it called again? We're gonna be not again, but we're gonna be doing the what's it called again? Jesus, the quarter pounder BLT cheeseburger and chicken because I'm gonna probably get both of them because I want to try that. Is it chicken? No, actually no.
No, you're thinking of Wendy's, I think, Alex.
Yeah, that's Wendy's. We're doing McDonald's.
Confused,
So McDonald's, we're going to be doing the BLT quarter pounder with smoked sauce.
It's a smoked BLT quarter pounder with cheese.
There we go. And that we're going to be doing that on Friday around 8:00. And then next Friday we're going to probably be doing Wendy's, but we'll get into that.
Get it together, Alex.
Yeah, I know. I get excited about these.
Just kidding.
I get
When I'm at your house.
I get excited about these sandwiches. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking forward to having them Friday, which is the.
Maybe I should join for that.
I'm starting to taste asparagus.
So and then Thursday, which is tomorrow, we're gonna be having Alex and Friends. We're gonna be doing Alex and Friends between 10:00 10:30, and that's it for that one. And then other shout outs will be check out Legendary Jopless, check out Legendary
Okay.
what's it called? FLX beer reviews and all those wonderful things. Now, the reason why I've been finicky and excited is because it's to the new YouTube feature called. That's why I'm excited about.
Oh.
And I'm looking forward to trying that out. Like I have a choice to just do the regular go live, which is on YouTube, and then to
Glitch in the Matrix, boys.
and then or also go live together. Let's say Andrew probably has it on his cell phone right now on his YouTube. Everybody does, probably at this point. But that's the reason why I've been excited. I'm sorry, I can't say about stupid crap. Because I like
you time traveled.
Oh yeah, you time travel with that for sure.
What do you mean time travel? I'm confused. That just happened now.
Yeah, me too, Alex.
You just gotta go 80 miles an hour and you're good. You know, it's like
Yeah.
or 88.
What the
Yeah.
fuck's
Yeah. If
going
you
on
go
here?
right now,
Black magic.
you'll have the word "go live," and then on the on the regular "go live," and then on underneath of it is called "go live together," meaning you do that. So I haven't tried
Only
it.
if you went live through YouTube, not StreamYard, obviously, right?
Yes, exactly. But you can only invite one person, and then
Yeah,
and then-
I don't know how many people are going to use that feature because a lot of people still just use StreamYard.
well, apparently people wanted it because it wouldn't be there. I wouldn't make
Yeah,
it-
you got a point.
YouTube.
Show us how it works.
Never mind. We're live, boys. Live action.
You could talk about you. We could talk about YouTube off air because I don't want them to get mad.
Oh yeah.
YouTube's like a preacher; it forces things on people they don't want.
So, sad.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Just stop
Appreciate you.
your lightning bolts.
But no, that's all my shout outs. I'm looking forward to trying it. And don't get me wrong, I told earlier I'm not giving up StreamYard. I love StreamYard. I'm just saying if I'm out and about and I'm on mobile. That's all. Looking forward to trying. That's all. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Oh, what was that?
All right, boys. Well, anybody got the floor?
Beer man.
Oh yeah, beer cheese, bring it. You know the time. Open. Wednesday will be a Talladega Nights theme with Will Ferrell. That movie. 6 o'clock
I wanna
Eastern.
go fast.
That's gonna be good. Yeah, find something for. And other than that, just Whiskey Nerd. Go check out Whiskey Nerd. He's cool as hell. He's from Austria. And then Hops and Gnarly is cool as well too. He likes to brew some cool beers, so I like watching his stuff. Cheers, man. Thanks, Tanner.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
On my channel, I got 50-point inspection videos. I'll be putting those out 3 times a week. Live show, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Monday. It's called New Brew. Just bring a beer that you've never had before. Join up on panel. It's sometimes a fun show. Trying to make it fun. Shout out. I really got to start thinking about my shout outs before it comes up to my turn because it's like there's so many people.
True that.
Alex. No, Alex, did you shout out
Pro tip,
Ridge? Did
everybody.
you shout out Ridge and his entire family?
No, I normally do, but I just shout out Rick Jopos at that moment.
I'm winging it.
I'll be back
Okay.
doing that again.
Oh, you didn't get the whole family thing, so
But you didn't shout the whole family out, yeah.
yeah.
I will do it again. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll just shout out the Beer Patrol. Go check him out. Joe, he's been doing this for, about the same time that I've been doing this, but he's much better at it than I am as far as reviewing beers. He's a much kinder person, much smarter, more intelligent. And, yeah, he has a bigger following. So go check out the Beer Patrol.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Love Joe.
All right. I guess
Cheers. Joe, make sure you take your medicine so you don't die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better not. Anyways, tomorrow, Thursday night beer session. I talked with we're gonna have Beer Man on tomorrow night at 8, right?
I have to go to have Josh on that one.
Oh,
Bumpy, you free?
I have a work party I got to go to.
No
I-
worries.
Tomorrow night at
so
8.
sorry.
8.
Yeah, bring 2 beers.
That's it.
I'm
We'll have
so-
a
I'm
casual
sorry about
hour
that, man.
hangout. Nothing.
I'll join next week.
I'm sorry about that
I'll do the
shit.
next one, Andrew.
No, I can't be there.
You're on the list, Alex.
I know.
Trust me, it's not going to be like Beer Buddies. There's going to be more than 2. Oh, sorry, we're live.
Andrew, your trip. Keep it up.
Go check out John and Ellie, Georgia Beer Reviews.
There you go.
He's been dropping a bunch of Treehouse.
He sure has.
Fair bit.
Yeah.
He's getting a good
It's
spread.
because
Go
there's
check
a
him out. He's
perfect-
putting out content. He's not coming up too much on the Sundays anymore. But yeah, he's just doing him. And good. At least he's putting out content.
He's still
Yeah,
doing
you're
his
fine
outside. It's just
now.
not often.
living his life.
Yeah. Other than that, go check out Craft Bruiser.
Right?
Yeah, that guy's cool, man. I like
Cool
him.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Miss Lance.
Cheers.
Oh,
I
Pat's
have to-
Garage too.
I gotta figure
Check
out 2
it
beers.
That's all right.
Oh, no, sure.
Second that.
That dude
All
makes
right.
some
Well,
nice. His video cuts are good.
Nice, dude.
shouting out the YouTube channel, the Thomas Mountain 75 channel of YouTube, the Massachusetts Beer Reviews and Company for Wildcard Wednesday. I will be hosting that next Wednesday, and what is that date? Even the 7th. We're already going to be on the 7th of December next week. Holy crap! the month is already going, and it's only starting tomorrow. So yeah, we'll do that on the 7th of December 2022 at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bring a beer, wine, or spirit to that show. Any adult beverage, really. And don't be a douche. It's the only thing I ask about that particular show. And to shout out, to do some shout outs of the people out there. Let's shout out. That's a good. Let's shout out Blake TV. Ooh, Blake TV. We haven't shouted out that guy in forever. Go check out his crazy Friday night shows and musical things on the YouTube. You'll laugh. You'll have fun. You might cry. Who knows? And another YouTube channel I started watching again.
Check me out, Blake TV.
Thrifty Whiskey. They try to review, even blindly a lot of the time, they try to review very economically priced bourbons and different whiskeys. Usually not much more than $30. So you'll get a bang for your buck watching that particular program. And those are the good old shout-outs. Cheers. And I guess I have to find the Smoky BLT quarter pounder with cheese. I will look for that one. Got it.
Or make your own.
Yes, or make your own if you don't have McDonald's near you. Exactly.
I can get to a McDonald's in 10, 15 minutes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Make your own. I don't know if you can get the smoky sauce. I don't know.
If I didn't work on Fridays, I'd probably do that.
You could jump on in. You'll be home by 8, probably. I guess.
Well, there's a channel out there, Alex.
No, if I was going to make my own.
Make it better. And they take recipes, they take fast food recipes or whatever else, and then they do it better.
What's the channel called?
It's like Make It Better or Do It Better or something like that.
Make it better, do it better.
I've seen all kinds of stuff like that.
I would love to check that out because I love my food channels.
Yeah. So he basically just like says he goes into a place, he'll buy like something like a McDonald's chicken sandwich. Then you get this like little floppy wet whatever thing, and then he's like, "Oh, we'll get a brioche bun and you get the chicken breast yourself, pound it out, bread it, and fry it, and then it ends up being like the sandwich like this, and it's like
you better not.
It costs less and it tastes better.
Wow, I'll have to try. I'll have to check that channel. Make it better or do it better. Let me look.
It's something like that. Yeah, it's one of those names.
I like that.
Thanks, Chief. Make it better YouTube channel.
I don't think you're gonna find it that way.
No
Alex,
shit.
do shout outs, Alex.
Don't worry about the phone, Alex. Put the phone down.
Do shout out. Let's wrap
Put
this.
the
I
phone
already
down.
did.
Yeah, he already did.
Okay. You got shout out to other people?
I could.
Do you want?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, well, I could.
Opa.
Check out Noet Beer Reviews, which is Kyle. Check out Legendary Poppy Eats. That's another food channel. Please check that out. Lots of things to check out. Dickie's Beer Reviews. We haven't said his name in a while. Check him out too.
For sure.
21090. There you go. I could shout them all out, and the next thing you know, we'll be here for 2 hours.
Oh no!
I'll put the guy's name in the private chat, Alex, for you because it's his actual name.
So I could just link, so I could hit the link back.
All right. Shout out to me. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time next week. I think we're gonna do some type of tier list. I might have to work with these guys to possibly do like another craft brewery or another light beer. So look forward to another tier list. I like doing the tier lists. They're fun. They're very interactive with the chat. They're very interactive with the panel. It's a good time. Nobody has to bring any type of material to the show. Just kind of hang out and express our opinions. So look out for another tier list. Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Shout outs for other people. You guys shout out FLX Beer Reviews. FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. Go check out FLX Beer Reviews.
I already did. But
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he did.
double shout out. Go check out Dan and Mike. They're
yeah,
awesome.
two of them.
They're both very entertaining, super friendly, cool guys. Go watch their videos. Definitely deserve more subs than they have. Dan and Mike, they're the best. Go check them out. Drop
They
them.
are saints. I like Mike and Dan.
Who else? Cheech. Oh, shout out Cheech. Whiskey Encore. Tuesday.
And Chung.
No, just Cheech. Whiskey Encore. No Chung, just Cheech. Whiskey Encore. 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time after the Bourbon Junkies. Usually the Bourbon Junkies go live at like 9. Once they wrap it up, Cheech goes live. He's a whiskey open bar kind of live stream, Whiskey Encore, hence the name. Awesome dude. Go check him out. Drop him a sub. Very supportive. He's came over here. He's chatted up in my chat before. Very cool dude. Very knowledgeable with whiskey as well. If you're a fan of whiskey, pretty much open to have anybody up on the panel as long as you're respectful. Go check out Cheech. I've been shouting him out all night. Might as well keep it up. Go check out Desert Drinkers. He hasn't dropped a video in like a month, since October. But he's a good beer reviewer. He does like a lot of light beers, German beers and stuff. Go check him out. Desert Drinkers. And I would just like to thank the panel members on the show tonight, the people in the chat. We didn't really have much in the chat, but we had some people. Thrash Life, go check out Thrash. Make sure you go over there and sub to Thrash. He goes live a lot.
You made it over the hump.
Oh yeah.
Here's to him.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make
Oh,
sure it happens to me.
Cheryl Crawford,
So I'm so
great
good.
community supporter. Beer Man was in the chat. Cheers to Beer Man again. Jason Cleveland and Mark A. Cheers to you guys. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. Yeah, that's pretty much it. In honor of having the legendary Alex the Beer Master on the show tonight, we're gonna let him sign us out for tonight.
Oh, and I forgot to say that I'll be doing some beers every day for Advent Calendar. Okay.
Oh,
Starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Looking forward to it, Alex.
So, all right. So stay tuned.
It's all German beers, boys. Enjoy it. It's going to be a fun ride.
Hell yeah.
Are
That's interesting. And it's gonna be
Poke me.
Are you gonna
This
go
sounds-
live? Hold on, Alex.
Eric Pokum.
Are you gonna go live, or are you gonna just like post a video each day?
I mean, it's sure.
Either or is pretty cool.
I could do a live stream every day or a video. It's a video either way.
It doesn't have to be long. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I think
It
it might
could
be
be
good.
little shorts under a
Yeah,
minute.
do whatever is easy for you to do. Because with
True that.
Advent calendars, you know, you're going live or you're making a video every single day for the next 24 days. It's tough. So do whatever's easier for you. That's
Yeah, we'll
all.
see.
I've wanted an Advent calendar. I haven't been able to find one. They don't have them over here. I've been wanting to do it since I started YouTube. I've been looking for them. They don't have them over here in Rhode Island.
They have them in Delaware. Is it possible you can go to Delaware for the next day?
Oh.
I'm not kidding.
Delaware is 7 hours away.
Well, Tanner can take himself to
Right
a
over there.
When you're in Delaware, you start reading books.
If they don't have it,
Highway on the way.
next year, I might
Uh,
possibly take a nice look.
Check out RAR and see if it's all worth the
And
hype.
maybe me and you can go to Delaware together, you know, and get some more Advent calendars. That'll be badass.
That'd be
That'd
cool.
be cool. Yeah, because I want to go to Delaware and see what it's all about. You never know. Maybe I'll find my own.
Sounds
We'll
terrible.
see. All right. I'm going to shut up now. This is Alex Beerman. And we will see you all on the next live stream and the next video. This is Alex Beermaster signing out. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.